Ooh. It's a match. Hey, I heard you were a player. Nice to meet you. I'm the coach. So you are on Tinder too. It's okay, we all are. Si estuviéramos en la misma área, ¿haríamos match? Tal vez, if you knew what to put in your Tinder profile. Mi gente, Tinder in Mexico is huge. 54 million people use it. Every month se hacen 3 millones de matches y cada día se hacen 26 millones de swipes. So, if you are traveling in Mexico or you happen to move here, Tinder is a great way to improve your experience of the place and the culture, and a fantastic way to improve your Spanish while you enjoy the company of the potential love of your life. The problem? We Mexicans are kind of peculiar with the things that make us swipe right. And what works on your US profile or any other country in the world might not get you any matches here. Not only that, if you write everything in English, that might be a huge turn-off for a lot of your potential matches. Hoy les voy a compartir toda la sabiduría que he adquirido en mis legendarios años en el mundo de las dating apps.
Audience, say it with me. Legendary!
In this video, you'll discover what is it that Mexicans are looking for when they're swiping and when we're going through your photos. And no, it's not your looks. You'll find out the 3 elements that you must add in an ideal Tinder bio in Spanish to attract high-quality matches. And you'll see a real-life example of a fully Mexico-proof Tinder profile that contains the one thing that makes this Mexican and many other Mexicans swipe right. Así que, empecemos. Empecemos por tus fotos, porque de la vista nace el amor. When in Mexico, the best practice to pick the perfect profile picture still apply. Así que por favor, amigos, en tu foto de perfil, no pongas una selfie, no pongas fotos grupales, no pongas fotos borrosas y no enseñes mucha piel. Now, let's get more specific. Cuando escojas tu foto de perfil para el mundo hispanoparlante, be mindful of our culture and our preferences. We're overall quite warm, fun-loving, easygoing people, and we're more family-oriented than folks from the global north. Also, we're very proud of our culture and our national heritage. And most importantly, according to many studies, the one attribute that most Mexicans are looking for when they're using Tinder is not how attractive they find you, but lo que la gente busca en México is someone with similar interests. Considerando todo lo anterior, cuando estés swiping en México, asegúrate de que tu foto de perfil te muestre claramente y de preferencia sonriendo. En el resto de tus fotos, asegúrate de incluir: número 1. Incluye una foto de un landmark del país en donde te encuentres. Es una muy buena forma de mostrar, bueno, en primer lugar, que estás ahí y además que te le estás pasando bien y que respetas el lugar y la cultura en donde te encuentras. Be mindful, please. You have no idea how many folks think that trespassing or disrespecting a local landmark is a good way to get people to like them on Tinder. Like, seriously? No, señor, no. No, señorita. A mi país lo respetas. A mi país lo respetas. Número 2. Alguna foto con tu familia. But do this only if you actually get along with them. Otherwise, you can use pictures with friends or any situation that shows that you are fun to hang out with, or, you know, like somebody that I would like to party with. Yeah, photos with friends work really well too. Since we're on the topic of family, the following is a big no-no in Latin America. You might feel tempted to show how warm of a person you are by holding a baby. Now ask yourself, are you the parent? Are you closely related to the child in question? Entonces, está bien. Pero tu perfil de Tinder is just not the right place to share your life-changing experience working in the Amazons or working with Mayan children in Chiapas, so don't. Why? Well, very simple. This can easily be seen as tokenizing people and, like using people as props. And that's a huge no. No lo hagas. Número 3. Si tienes una mascota, esta es tu oportunidad de mostrársela al mundo. Atención, no dog fishing, please. Only show pictures of that beautiful pet if that cute little one is actually yours. Recuerda que la honestidad es clave. Y además, ni siquiera tienes que mentir. You really don't have to lie. You really don't have to borrow a dog just to look cute on your profile in Tinder. You don't have to do that. Chances are you're gonna do way better in Mexico than you do in your own country. If you wanna know why, bear with me, I'll tell you. Maria Fernanda from Spring Spanish actually asked a bunch of Latinos what they think about dating foreigners. You'll be surprised to hear what they have to say. Find out in her video, the link is up here and in the description. Número 4, the most important thing. Make sure you include pictures that showcase your interests. Do you love gardening? I want to see you next to your roses. Are you training for a marathon? Show me a picture of your hamstrings. Your idea of a perfect Sunday is reading in bed all day, eating pizza and drinking mimosas. Show me and invite me. Alright, now that you have your photos selected, let's take a look at your bio, the perfect acerca de mí section. Most important thing, do not leave it blank. Also, don't write too much. Let's aim for a few direct, sweet sentences that best represent who you are and what you're looking for. Here are the 3 elements that you must add. Elemento número 1. Preséntate siendo descriptivo. A good formula to open your bio is this: nationality plus what you're doing in the place plus an allusion to your length of stay. Let's see some real-life examples that work very, very well. Australiana viviendo en México desde hace 3 años. Estadounidense de negocios en Guadalajara por 2 semanas. En México es muy común incluir tu altura en tu bio. Y recuerda que en México utilizamos el sistema métrico. Puedes utilizar la palabra mido. Por ejemplo, yo mido 1.68. I do. I'm a tall bitch. Por el contrario, algo que no es tan común incluir en un perfil de Tinder en México es tu signo zodiacal. Pero si para ti es muy importante, ponlo. Puedes usar el siguiente chunk alert. Mi signo es Acuario. Elemento número 2. A reference to your level of Spanish, in Spanish, of course. It's okay if you are not an expert. Use the following phrase to let your possible matches know that even if you don't speak Spanish, you care enough to at least let them know. Aunque estoy intentando, todavía no sé hablar español. O hablo poco español. O hablo muy poquito español. If your level of Spanish is higher, good enough to at least carry a conversation on a date, you can write the following. ¿Me ayudas a mejorar mi español? O hablo español bien, pero tenme paciencia, por favor. This is a good one. Elemento número 3. Be open about what you're looking for. If you're looking for something on the more serious end of the balance, you are already in luck. Why? Because the majority of Tinder users in Mexico actually use it in their search for a relationship. So, don't be shy y pon buscando algo serio. Si no estás buscando algo serio, pon buscando algo casual. Recuerda que en México estamos muy interesados en tener intereses similares a nuestros matches, así que incluye actividades que te gustaría compartir con tu date. Por ejemplo, salir a tomar algo, pueblear este fin de semana o ver el atardecer en una terraza. You can use this phrase to connect your intentions with your interests. Empecemos por ejemplos. Buscando algo serio. Empecemos por salir a tomar algo. Buscando algo casual. Empecemos por ir a pueblear este fin de semana. ¿Recuerdas que te había dicho que es muy posible que te vaya mejor en México que en tu lugar de origen? Alright guys, I'm having a lot of fun making this video and I hope you're enjoying it too. And now it's a good time for you to, if you're liking the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more content from me. No importa cuál sea tu lugar de origen, eres extranjero y eso en México te hace exótico y por lo tanto appealing. As a matter of fact, the Mexican dating scene can be quite benevolent to foreigners as compared to how they would fare in their own country. Perhaps it's your foreign accent. Perhaps it's the idea of meeting someone from a faraway exotic land like Swaddling Coast, Derbyshire, England. Now it's time for Paulísima's number one dating app advice. Yes, my number one advice. Here it comes. Now, if you have to take away just one thing from this video, it will definitely have to be this. Muestra tu sentido del humor. Either mention what kind of jokes you enjoy more, what makes you laugh, what your favorite sitcoms are, or you straight up write a joke. Trust me, this is something that we Mexicans really enjoy and it works all the time. Now, let's take a look of a perfect Tinder profile for Mexico. Actually, the real-life Tinder profile I told you I was going to show you does precisely that. Check it out. Picture that shows a clear smiling face? Check. Picture with pet? Check. So let's make a quick recap. This profile works because it includes the 3 things that you have to include en tu perfil de Tinder en español. Descriptive pictures that show his interest and respect for the place, a reference of his level of Spanish, and an allusion to his sense of humor. This is why it works and this is why I might swipe right. Should I do it? Con todo lo que has aprendido hoy, estoy segura de que incrementará la cantidad de matches en tu Tinder en español. Y más aún, estoy segura de que incrementarán tus quality matches. Matches que de verdad se pueden materializar en una cita. For my own personal advice on how to coquetear pues. Oh, how to flirt in Spanish, go to see my next video. Why? Well, imagine you were very successful with your Tinder game and now you have a date. What would you do in the date if you don't know how to flirt? Well, find out in my video. I'll see you there. It's a date. This was Paulísima y fue un placer estar con ustedes. Hasta la próxima.